Welcome to the King Closer Reacts. Today we're going to be breaking down and finding out, is Tyson Smith a closer or not? Now, who is Tyson Smith? He's a successful wholesaler based out of Phoenix, Arizona. Him and his dad work together. Now, here's the deal about Tyson. He is my first ever one-on-one student that I ever took on. Now, I cannot take credit for all of Tyson's success. He was already an established seven-figure wholesaler when he signed up to be a one-on-one student with me. So he is already established. He already had systems, processes. He was already closing deals. I kind of made a few little tweaks, and I'm still working with him. We still have quite a few calls together. Now, that being said, as far as Tyson's closing style goes, he has taken some things from me, but he still does some things that I just don't agree with. So I think we're probably going to see these. You might have seen a short that I did reacting to Tyson where he did the whole finance department. And I was like, what are we doing? Where are we going? So we'll see if he has it in this. I took this off of his YouTube channel. He closes this deal in less than 15 minutes. So I'm curious. I think in the four buckets of sellers, this is probably going to fall under the bucket of right price and highly motivated. So I'm curious to see how he navigates it, what price he gets it at in comparison to the price of what the seller was asking, how he navigates that negotiation, also how he closes it. But that being said, let's bring up Mr. Smith. Let's see, is Tyson Smith a closer?
Hello.
Hello, Elizabeth.
Who's calling?
This is Tyson. I'm calling because you filled out some information on our website about selling this property on College Street.
I'm sorry, say it again.
I was calling because it looks like you filled out some information on my website about selling a property on College Street.
Oh, yes, in Fulton.
Yes.
Yes, I am actually. I'm trying. I got it through an inheritance, and I'm trying to, get it off my hands.
So, first things, love how he handled the intro. Hey, he's calling a lead with a female name. Female answers the phone. He makes the assumption, hey, is Elizabeth there? And then you filled out a form on my website saying that you're looking to sell. That immediately validated, yes, I'm still looking to sell that property. I'd love for him to go right into it because she says it's an inherited property. She's just trying to get it off her hands. I'd love for him to roll right into, awesome, well, how much are you looking to get for it? This could be a perfect closer's formula call. Let's see where he goes from here. Also, just for note, the reason why there's so much black on the screen here is because this is something that Tyson was doing live on TikTok. So that's why it's in the formatting that it's in. Then he posted it on his YouTube channel. So this is live. So that's why he will every now and then you see him right there reacting, look at the camera like, hey, we got one here.
Okay. You said that you got this through inheritance?
Yes.
How long have you had it?
Well, it's been like, I don't know, probably since I was 17.
Okay. So how old are you now?
And then my uncle passed away like 2 years ago. I'm 34 now.
Okay.
Holy cow, she's had this for 17 years? Interesting question there by Tyson. So you got this through inheritance. How long have you had it? I always want questions to have a purpose behind it. I see how it can be relevant to ask that. It's a little bit awkward there right out of the gates. You see he's also doing a lot of work here with clicking. He's probably pulling this up, doing some comps and underwriting. So this could also just be to get him comfortable in the conversation and see what information he can extract from the seller right now. I would have preferred to have seen, how much do you want for it? Because she said, I'm just trying to get it off my hands, jump into price right there, and then say, okay, well, how long have you had this? If it's an inheritance, then gone in with that. But I'm sure he'll get price here in a little bit.
So is anybody living in the property?
No, no one lives on it or anything. It does need a little work before you would be able to move, like somebody would be able to move into it. The floors do need kind of be jacked up just a little bit in the kitchen, and I think just the back of the house.
No foundation problems.
What about the back of the house?
Like the floors need to be jacked up in the back part of the house. And
When you say
uncle,
jacked up, what do you mean?
Like you would need to go underneath the house to have the floor like.
Okay, so there's foundation work that's going to be required?
Yeah, some foundation work.
Okay. So to help me better understand this property, like on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being we should just tear the property down and start over, and a 10 being it was fully remodeled yesterday, what would you rate the property?
Probably around a 4.
Okay, so I have heard Tyson use that line before. You know, the one rating it 1 to 10. So she gives it a 4. My question to Tyson is what's the difference between a 3 and a 5, a 4 and a 6? Like, it's an adorable, question to ask. I don't like that, because if you're going to go strictly into condition, which obviously we're seeing in these King Closer React series, a lot of closers, they immediately want to talk about the condition of the property, on repeat. Almost everybody immediately gets into condition, and not really wanting to talk about pain and motivation, which is what I'm most concerned about. So now she says, hey, it's a 4. What does that do for him? Maybe he'll explain it here in a second. Maybe he leverages that later in the conversation. I hope he does. Otherwise, I don't see the purpose behind putting that number there. So I'm curious to see if the number 4 that she gave him comes back up later out of Tyson's mouth when he's negotiating.
Okay. And what do you think would need to happen to make it a 10?
So it definitely needs some new windows in it. Some of the windows throughout like the 10 years that my uncle lived there, I guess, had gotten busted out and he didn't replace them. So I had to board them up. And the front porch, the roof's just falling in, just like not falling in, it's starting to like come down, so it might need to be like pushed back up. And then the flooring.
So he asked what it would take to get a 10 from a 4. She didn't really say a whole lot. Windows, and there's a roof situation, the foundation. She hasn't really discussed like the cosmetics. She hasn't touched base on like flooring, drywall, paint, kitchens, bathrooms, the pretty stuff that really, moves the needle. There's certain things that are just like structurally and functionally expected from a buyer when you're flipping a house and you're fixing it up that have to be done. And then there's things that really move the needle on value, on remodeling it and increasing the value of it. She hasn't touched base on any of that. So I'm curious if he dives a little bit deeper into the condition here, since we are going down that route. Is this going to be a heavy, let's talk about condition type of conversation?
Okay.
It's probably like, it may need new appliances, like everything is probably out of date.
Okay. How soon are you looking to have this property sold?
So now we go to timeline.
Really, as soon as I could.
Okay. So
I've been trying to sell it for about a year just by myself, like with the sign up. It's in a good part of the neighborhood. It's 2 houses behind the elementary school. So it's in a school zone.
Okay. So why do you think it hasn't sold yet?
Good question.
I'm not really sure. I don't know if I did have a couple people call me about it, but I do work 50 hours a week. So some of them were from out of state and we just couldn't find a good time to meet.
Okay.
And it's not like a well-traveled road if you don't already like live there.
Understood. So you said you want to get it sold as soon as possible?
Yes.
Okay. So if we were to make you an offer today that made sense, it's something that you'd be ready to get the ball rolling with today?
I'm sorry, say it again. My phone cut out.
If we made you an offer that made sense, is this something where you'd be ready to get the ball rolling on it today?
Yes.
Okay.
So that's right there, getting a soft verbal commitment from her that, hey, you are ready to make that decision right now. I'm assuming he's going to follow this up with, okay, well, how much do you want for it? And then if that's the case, if this is his cadence, it makes a lot of sense why he didn't ask price right out of the gates. Although he could still have the exact same cadence and get a number out of them and then get them at a lower number later on in the conversation using the closer's formula. So he could have said everything they said at the beginning, how much do you want for it? She gives them the number, talk about the condition, talk about the timeline, and then, okay, hit her with the soft validation. So are you ready to sell this today? Because you said ASAP. Yep. Okay, well, if I cover the closing costs and there's no commissions and everything, what's the best price you could do for me? And then he could say, okay, that's the number I could do for you. So he could still do the exact same thing. He could have this soft verbal on closing the deal today if that's something that he wants. I'm curious. I bet with the order in which he's asking questions, there's been a couple of times where he might have left a few dollars on the table there because he's only getting the number out of the seller once here.
Okay. So based on what you told me about the property, there's foundation work that needs to be done. It needs new windows. The roof on the front porch needs some work. The flooring needs to be redone. And the kitchens and stuff look like they need updating. What do you believe is a fair price for the property in its current condition?
I was looking to get just 9 out of it because, it is in a good neighborhood and has a good, I've known the neighbors there for a while. They're a good vibe. They,
9?
Help look out for the house. It's right there by the school. And it can still be a really nice house. It just, I don't have the time nor the money to put into it.
Okay. So you said 9,000?
Yes.
Okay. So if we were to buy the property from you completely as is, so you didn't need to clean anything out, make any kind of repairs, there were no realtor commissions or anything like that taken out, and we paid all of the closing costs, what's the best price you could do?
See, all right. If he had asked the price earlier and then hit her here, it feels repetitive, right? What's a fair price for you? 9, and then okay, kill shot. What's the best price you could do for me? That question normally gets somewhere between 10 to 20% price drop. For me, I would like to know how often that same number he's getting 10 to 20% when he
7.
7,000?
Yes.
Okay, so he got a $2,000 price drop, which is like what 25%. Obviously, this is a very highly motivated seller, so it worked there. What I want to know is, because again, this is the ideal scenario, right? Highly motivated, price is right. 9 was already probably a good price for him. What I'm talking about right here in the order, in the cadence in which he is delivering this, would be when the seller is motivated, but the price is not right. He needs to switch that. He needs to ask price earlier on because the way that he just did that with a seller that does not have the right price, the results are probably not going to be the same. So that is like one piece of feedback that I'm going to give Tyson and be like, hey, man, this is the reason why you've got to make that change.
Okay, so if I can take this information, my underwriter, and they get the property approved for an offer around 7,000, it's something that you'd be ready to move forward with today?
Yes.
Okay. Well, what I'm going to go ahead and do now, Elizabeth, is let me take this information over to them.
To who? Oh, man. No, where are we going? She's ready to go. Why? Where are we? What is the purpose behind this right now? Where I don't understand it. Where are we going? What is he going to come back with? $6,844? Where are we going?
They'll look at the property, and based on their factors, they'll let me know what we can do on it, and I'll be able to give you a call back, and I'll let you know. If it's something that works, we'd be able to send the offer over to you in writing.
He's going to get off the phone? No, 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 no. Why would we get off the phone? To go talk to the imaginary friends? There's no way. No, Tyson. No.
To your email. Do you have access to your email right now?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, we'd send the offer over to you in writing. We go ahead, do that. From there, we do schedule somebody to go over and take photos of the property.
Okay, so outside of the fact that he's about to get off the phone and go talk to his imaginary friend, I do like the fact that he's setting the expectations of what is going to happen with the walkthrough and the entire process. So this is good. Look, he's doing so many things right. Just put the price at the beginning and get rid of your imaginary friend. I know you're like in your early 20s. I think he's like, what, maybe 25 now. Probably still has his imaginary friend, Billy, but you don't need to go talk to Billy. You can do it. You can do it without Billy, Tyson.
Just to confirm that everything is as you told us about it. And then we go ahead and wait for the close date, which is typically 30 days from now. So we could have you paid for just after Christmas. Does that sound good?
Okay. Yeah, no, that would be fine.
All right. So let me go ahead and take this over to them, and I'll give you a call back in probably about 10 minutes, okay?
Oh, why?
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you, Elizabeth. Talk to you soon. Could be a deal, boys. So the lowest selling property I can find in that area is 34K.
Okay, so he's talking about as-is comps. Very important at this price point. It's vitally important to understand what the as-is comps are for sure. So I do like the fact that he's bringing that up. But again, if this has anything to do with deal underwriting or comping right now, Tyson is far too skilled of a real estate investor and a wholesaler to get off the phone. He should have been doing this with her on the phone.
For 1,000 square foot homes. So I think I'll offer 7 for it. Not exactly 7. You never, guys, lesson here. You never offer them exactly what they're asking. You always have to come down a little bit. You can't make them feel like they're giving away too easy.
You're not offering. You're saying yes. You're the buyer. What is wrong with you? Go talk to Billy the Kid. Come on.
But yeah, this could be a deal. It looks like, I mean, look, I can't find a house that sold for less than 34 grand. So I'll lock this up, shoot it out for 30. We'll see.
Hello?
Hello, Elizabeth.
Yes.
I just want to say something. This past Monday, I did a video called Time Kills All Deals. I'm telling you right now, in those 10 minutes while he was sitting there circle jerking with Billy the Kid, if I had talked to Elizabeth, it would have been game over, baby. I would have gotten that signed contract right then and there, and he would have never stood a chance. And I would have been like, oh, so he's talking to his fake underwriter? Just so you know, he's sitting in his house. He doesn't have an underwriter. That's not actually happening. I don't need to talk to anybody else. I'm the shot caller. I'm the decision maker. Let's do it right now. You need 7. I'll give you 7. Let's make this deal happen. This is a mistake, and I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I got to get him to stop.
Hey, Elizabeth. This is Tyson. Is now a good time to go over our offer for your property?
Before he makes the offer, I'm standing on $6,844. Right now in the comments, over or under 6,844.
Yeah, that's fine.
Awesome. So I have some great news. Your property did get qualified for an offer.
Good job.
So let me tell you about what they've approved. They've approved for us to buy the property completely as is. They've approved for us to buy the property where we are covering all of the closing costs. And they've approved there to be absolutely no real estate commissions. With that being said, the approved offer to purchase your property was $6,490.
That's perfect.
Excellent. So I just need to get a couple things clarified real quick. On tax records, I see that the name of the owner on file is one Elizabeth Moore. Is that you?
Yes, that's my maiden name.
Okay, excellent. Okay. My transaction coordinator is going to send you over this offer to you in writing.
Oh, bro. All right. If you're going to get off the phone to talk to, Billy the Kid, the fake underwriter, at least have the contract written up so you can send it to her and walk her through the contract while you're on the phone. I mean, we knew she was going to say yes. Have it ready. Let's go. Let's not do the Texas 2-step. 1-step, baby. Get it done. She's ready to rock. This is one where you get the signature on the phone.
It'll be in your email in just one moment. Do you have access to your email right now?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever used DocuSign before?
All right.
Yeah, I've used it before.
Perfect. This will be a breeze then. Okay, that should be showing up any minute now. It'll say please DocuSign purchase agreement. And it'll be from Blake Smith via DocuSign. This deal is in Kentucky. It is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 1,000 square foot house. ARV is like 100 to 120K. We're getting it for $6,490. I'll be looking. I'm going to list this property on the market for 30K. Did you get that email yet, Elizabeth?
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm doing it right now.
Oh, no worries. All right. Did you go ahead and press complete at the top right corner?
I hit finish at the top right corner.
All right. Excellent. We just got it back. So, Elizabeth, the next step is my transaction coordinator. His name is Blake. He's going to give you a call tomorrow morning. And basically, he's just going to set up a time for us to get somebody over there to get photos of the property. And then he's going to be the one that's going to keep you updated through every other step along with this transaction to make sure that you know everything that's going on. If you have any questions, he's going to be your main point of contact. But if for some reason you're unable to get a hold of him, this is my direct line. So feel free to reach out to me as well.
Okay, thank you so much.
Hey, absolutely. Hardest part of the whole thing is over. So we're going to get everything set up and you'll get your $6,490 right there the first week of January. All right.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you, Elizabeth. Look out for that call tomorrow morning. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Well, you have a great rest of your Sunday. All right, ma'am?
You too.
All right. Bye-bye. Just like that, boys.
Just like that, boys, except for a couple of things, Tyson. All right. Well, I got to have a call with Tyson. I got to fix some of these things. Listen, is Tyson a closer? He is a great closer, and he is far too talented to be doing some of the bullshit that he's doing on that call. The getting off of the phone and then coming back after talking to the pretend fake underwriter, Billy the Kid, completely unnecessary, specifically on this call. The asking of the price later on in the conversation and getting a number and then immediately going into, well, if I cover all the commissions and there's closing costs and all of that, and it's repetitive and it's too close together, and basically the conversation is too segregated, right? It's, do you want to sell, condition, timeline, price, right? And we're too in an order of that. It was all about condition, it was all about timeline, and then it was all about price. What you need to do is you need to mix it up a little bit. So it's validate that they want to sell, ask them how much they want, get an understanding of their motivation. If they want to talk about condition, they can talk about condition, understand their timeline, then go back to price, and then build the rapport with credibility, which he did a really good job of explaining how the process was going to work with them, and then close the deal. Outside that, listen, Tyson is very talented at what he's doing. Loved his confidence on it. That is a live video, and as someone that has done a ton of live videos, you can see he is very comfortable in what he's doing, and he has a structure and a process. So at least he has that. I just wish that there was a few changes there. I just don't like the made-up stuff, and specifically when you're adding a barrier that is unnecessary, like getting off the phone and hanging up with a seller. I never want to add that in because, like I said, if a shark comes in like me, I'm closing that deal and I'm never giving him a chance to offer the $6,490. Outside of that, Tyson, man, just so much talent there, so much ability. I just want to take a few little tweaks to you, but dude, you're a great closer. Just wish we weren't having some of those little mind games in there and the unnecessary barriers, really. So overall, guys, let me know what you thought about Tyson's close. Do you guys think Tyson Smith is a closer? And if you enjoy these videos, keep leaving me the comments. I see them every week. You're like, dude, we learned so much of these. Keep them coming. I love doing the reaction videos, so we're going to keep them coming every Saturday. Make sure you like these videos, share them with your friends, and we'll see you next week on The King Closer Reacts.